Welcome back, everybody. Back to our series on murder. I know it sounds pretty dark, but it's going to be very humorous.
Very comical.
We're going to do our best to make a positive out of horrible negative.
Of course, as we do.
None of the comments or sidebars or anything that are said are not meant to be offensive to anybody.
And if they are, well, we're sorry.
Yeah, sorry. All right, we're going to get into it and hope we can make somebody at least
Have a good day.
smile a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this goes along with our transgender series. They are basically transgender people who have been murdered, and we'll just get right into it because that's the easiest way to do it.
Yep.
So this will be about the murder of Shelby Tracy Tom. Still not sure when I first read the prefix earlier why she has three different first names. But I think we'll figure it all out together.
And this is all raw, so
Yep.
I'm not going to edit shit.
And I've only read the prefix and a little bit of the personal life part, and I just kind of left it at that. And we're basically on this adventure together because it's just like reading what I'm about to read you made it to where it's like we gotta record this. This will be we can make this good. So
Oh, yeah. And so just like the last one, we didn't fucking read any of it. We're going in raw.
yeah, some people are into that. All right.
Okay.
So, Shelby Tracy Tom. Not sure who's who, but we're getting there. Was born in 1963, May 27, 2003. She passed away. Was a Canadian transgender woman who was strangled to death in North Vancouver, British Columbia. I like hands around my throat every now and again. Maybe not to the point of death, but close.
But close.
After a 29-year-old Jatin Patel, which I can only assume is French, discovered that Tom being her male persona,
Was a transgender during a sexual encounter.
really? You couldn't figure it out? Probably pumping drinks into this person at a bar, and you couldn't ask, like, hey, what's with the double chin? What's with the freaking Adam's apple? Like, what's going on here? What's with the manly features?
Oh, yeah.
What's with the fucking softball in your underwear?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
What's with the cucumber in there?
Yeah, it's wow. Okay. Moving on.
Personal life.
Yep, personal life. So Tom still can't get over the full name being all first names.
Yep.
Lived in Vancouver, British Columbia, where she was working as a sex worker in Vancouver's downtown east side.
Yep.
Because that seems to be the choice of work for people with low self-esteem. And it seems like a lot of stories that him and I have read over the last day and a half is the majority of these individuals, at some point, that was a part of their career path.
Yep. That's got to look great on their resume.
Oh, dude, it's going to be beautiful.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They're like, oh, so what'd you do between the ages of, 18 and fucking 30? Oh, I was selling my ass
Yep.
and mouth.
And cock.
Oh, yeah. No, you can't forget about cucumber, man. Like, it gets a little fucked up. So, this is where it gets a little dicey for me. I got through this part, and then I stopped, and I said, we got to record this. It says, Tom's friends and those who knew her best described her as a breathtaking beauty who was, oh, yeah, my lovely sidekick here just brought up a photo, and I'd taken a look at this earlier, and it scared my hair straight.
It did. His hair just
It wasn't like this after we looked at this picture. More chins in a Chinese phone book. We saw a couple other photos. Definitely a fucking wig. Manly features like a motherfucker. She's got like a fucking dick nose going on.
No.
Definitely could tell it's a man. I could probably spot it from 2 miles away.
And that smile,
that smile is creepy as shit. Probably should be at like Barnum and Bailey Circus. I don't know. I mean,
I don't want that showing up at my door.
No, and we haven't even got to like what she wanted to be, and we're just about there. But we'll
let the text describe it.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. So Tom's friends and those who knew her best described her as a breathtaking beauty who is generous, genuine, respectful to everyone that she met, and loved her life and her friends.
I don't think anyone else loved her.
I mean, love is different for everybody. So,
I mean, if you're into double chins, sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to roll them back, it's kind of like when you have that belly on a belly. You kind of got to...
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole nother podcast. But, yeah, it's... If you guys get a chance and you really want to have nightmares...
I'm going to put it in the thumbnail.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. That's going to be great for everyone.
You might not even get to the actual recording. I think the photo itself, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I mean, I don't know what these guys
we're
are
putting
doing.
it lightly. Like,
yeah, no, I'm very underselling it. It is fucking horrific. Like it, and I don't scare fucking easy. And it threw me back. Like, I was like, whoa. And it's nothing, it's, like I said, none of this is meant to be rude, but that, holy fuck.
Worse than Titty Man.
Worse than Titty Man. If you guys saw our first video, you understand.
Yep.
And we haven't even got to what really happened besides the strangulation, but I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I'm really hoping it doesn't involve instruments. Instruments in general.
Yep.
Some people are into that, but there's a difference between toys and instruments. Broomsticks included. All right. Where the fuck am I? Oh, yeah. Apparently, loved her life and her friends. My only assumption would be there was a little bit of diddling going on with the friends.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't assume. Makes an ass out of you and me. Tom was often helping those who were underprivileged in the downtown east side.
Anything with side in it, don't.
Please don't. And by helping those, again, I don't want to assume, but I would assume this is how she paid for college. She also completed a degree in history from Simon Fraser University, which
no one fucking knows where that is.
No, not even. I've never even heard of it. I would assume it's a community college, even though they're calling it a university. Yeah, nobody knows what that is. But the same year of her murder, in hopes of leaving her job as a sex worker and becoming a social worker to help others in the transgender community. Okay, here's the problem with that. If you're a social worker that looked anything like that photo and knocked on my door, I would hope I had a Ring camera, because I do not want to open that fucking door. That is, I couldn't do it. Like, I would open, okay, I'd open the door, and I'd be like, holy shit, who are you? What are you?
What are you?
And she would explain, hi, my name is Shelby Tracy Tom. I have 3 first names. And I'd be like,
That's fucking weird.
that's weird, and why would you start off with that?
Yeah. Let's not start off with the fact you have a fucking Adam's apple down there.
Lift up your second chin so I can see your throat. But it's just, I would try to work it through. Like, if you're trying to come and take my kids as a social worker, and I'm not, no, you're not going with Shelby Tracy Tom, whoever that person is at that particular time.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going. You're not taking the kids, sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. See? It's not only me. All right. Should we explain that we're related? Or do you think they figured it out? Okay. Oh, yeah. So, in the hopes of leaving her job as a sex worker and becoming a social worker to help others in the transgender community. So, to help others in the transgender community. So, a social worker. Okay, so she wouldn't be more or less the person that comes to your house to take your kids. Social worker can mean a couple different things. She probably, sets the transgender community up with assistance as far as food, shelter, blowjobs, whatever. Among other things. Hopefully not involving broomsticks.
Oh, yeah.
That's always going to be a thing probably throughout the series. No matter if there's a broomstick involved or not. We can fit it in somewhere. Maybe we should rename it the Broomstick series. I don't know.
Fit it in somewhere. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I digress. Tom's family supported her and loved her deeply.
Yeah.
So wait. Shouldn't they have said Shelby's family supported her and loved her deeply? Because Shelby was the female version. Tom was the transgender version.
Maybe they go by Tom, and that's just how they wanted it to be.
What the fuck? Yeah. What the fuck? Okay. Sorry, we're way past the minute 30. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Fuck them. Okay, now we're going to get into the actual murder itself and how it happened.
Oh, boy.
We already kind of figured out that
some kind of kinky
you pull down your pants and, like I said, you have a softball or a fucking cucumber down there. I got shit to do. I ate bad sushi. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. So, on May 27th, 2003. So, this is a little while back. Not as far back as some of the stuff that we've read. So, this is a little more fresh. There's a good chance that we'll have some decent explanation of what went on. Jatin Patel, fucking Pepe Le Pew, was deported.
Oh, that's how you know he's Italian, because he got deported.
Oh, there it is. Was deported from the United States after completing a jail sentence in that country. In what country?
In the United States.
From the United States after completing a jail sentence in that country. Okay, so yeah, this Patel is obviously a person that has been around the law and done some sketchy shit. Obviously picking up women with cucumber in their underwear.
Mm.
He was characterized as a man at the time of the murder. She subsequently came out as a transgender woman. Wait, what?
Huh?
French fucking Pepe Le Pew here was characterized as a man at the time of the murder. She subsequently came out as a transgender woman. Now here's the problem. Now that I'm starting to read this, and like I said, this is all raw. I've never read this section before. Patel, we read in the beginning, killed or strangled this Shelby Tracy Tom because whoever, Patel, Pepe Le Pew, found out that strangled Tom because he found out she was a transgender woman. When it turns out...
Transgender woman.
Oh, right. But did we get through the whole part where, like, he strangled...
Yeah, he strangled her.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in the
Strangled her because she was transgender, but then turns out himself to be a transgender woman, which really throws my head for a fucking loop because it doesn't make any sense. I guess you can't call it a hate crime now because it's just... Wow. All right. On the same day Patel arrived in Canada, so Patel must be French Canadian.
You called it. She did. They, whoever fucking Patel is, pumped drinks into Tom.
There it is. Okay, so here we go. On the same day he arrived in Canada, she met Tom
At a nightclub.
at a nightclub in Vancouver's downtown east side.
Of course, it's in the east side.
And Patel stated that she would pay Tom $400 for sex. $400. It's a cheap date. Especially, well, I guess in Canada. I wonder what that would be in Canadian dollars. I really don't want to know. Don't look it up. No! That scared me. Okay. $400 for sex. I think it's like $380 Canadian. I don't know. The two then relocated to room 214, Travelodge Hotel, because, oh yeah, that's classy.
Oh.
That's like going to Motel 6 here in town. It's... We'll keep the light on for you. In North Vancouver. While performing oral sex on her, Patel became aware of a scarring on Tom's body that she recognized to be from gender confirmation surgery and became enraged, strangling Tom to death. So, we can actually...
Whoa.
Yeah, that now it's getting a little real. So we figured out that
They did not, in fact, have a dick.
yeah, Tom, Shelby, fucking Tracy, whoever they were at the time, they weren't hiding anything. It was just a scar, and this guy freaked out, or woman freaked out. Pepe Le Pew, fucking French Canadian guy, freaked out and strangled Tom to death.
Awesome.
For having surgery, I guess. I don't know. Pretty stupid.
Kinky.
Yeah. Maybe it started out that way and he just like, ah! And just like...
It's like that dog.
Like the dog. So... Patel proceeded to hide Tom's body inside of a closet.
Ooh.
While she went to find another woman to have sexual relations with.
Oh, fucking great.
Did he take her back? Okay, when they arrived back to the hotel, Patel told the second woman that she was considering disposing of Tom's body by throwing it in the ocean, burning it, or chopping it up. Pick one, man.
They all work. Pick one.
Fucking do it all. Not in that order.
No.
I'd probably chop it up, burn it, and then throw it in the ocean. So backwards.
Yeah. So we'll write a book about it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So Tom's body remained in the closet for 3 days.
Holy shit.
Because this fucking French Canadian dude couldn't figure it out. Oh, dear Jesus. So the problem is, anything after 3 days, it's going to get a little ripe. You got to get that shit out of there. And I'm not condoning murder, but
Nope.
like,
I mean,
some
free country.
you can do whatever you want. That's my, what is it? Yeah, I figured out. I got freedom. I'm exercising my constitutional right for freedom of speech. So my First Amendment rights. So anybody that has a problem with it, sorry, not sorry. For 3 days, until Patel wrapped her body in a mattress cover, so I'm assuming a fitted sheet.
Yep.
And left it in a shopping cart behind a dry cleaning establishment nearby. So his entire plan, he just said, no, that's too much work. I'm just going to throw it in throw Tom in a shopping cart and say, it is
Good
what
day.
it is.
Yeah.
See you later. Tom's body was found on May 31st, and if we figure that out, that's what?
4 days after the murder.
So 4 days after the murder.
Wait. 4 days after.
Yeah, died the 27th. Body
No.
was discovered the 31st.
Yeah, died the 27th. So, yeah, okay.
So 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days.
Okay. My assumption would be 2003. Now, this is where it gets dicey. Is these hotels, especially ones that are known for working girls or working dudes.
Showgirls.
Yeah, let's go with that. It makes it sound so classy.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd do it in a pinch, but that's not the fucking point. I mean, you got to survive somehow.
Yep.
And becoming a social worker is probably not on top of my list. Okay, so we're moving ahead just quite a bit, a couple years, to July 26th, 2005. This is going to be the trial and controversy surrounding this murder. The British Columbia Supreme Court Justice, Patrick Dome, rejected the application that Tom's murder was a hate crime under the premise that Patel did not initially target Tom because of her gender identity.
Bullshit.
Shit.
Bullshit.
I call bullshit. Yeah, no. That's not how that works. The only reason I would suspect that it wouldn't be a hate crime is because they were both transgender.
Absolutely.
They were part of the same community, which it doesn't make any sense because from what I've read, and I've read a lot of literature on...
Maybe not only the scar scared her or him, but maybe her scared him.
No, because he must have been fucked up.
Oh yeah, fucking at least.
He had beer goggles like a motherfucker.
To see this as pretty, yeah, he had to be.
He's like, hey, we should go like hang out. Like that's straight pillow talk. You push their face into the pillow, you don't have to see it, and you go to work.
Yep.
Like you're not gonna look that one in the face while you're fucking
butterface is what we call that.
Butterface.
Everything's pretty.
Butterface. Wow. He brought up the picture again, and I almost lost my train of thought. It really...
It is terrifying.
It fucked me up. Look, my hair's already starting to frizz up. It's all bad. I got goosebumps. That's creepy as shit. And I've seen a lot of shit in my life, but that's fucking...
We'll
wow.
put it in the... We'll put a photo in.
Woo! Woo!
Okay.
Damn, I need a nap. That one drained my energy. That fucked me up. Okay. Okay, so they're not going to call it a hate crime, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I've read a bunch of literature on this, and they're supposed to be, they portray themselves, the transgender community portrays themselves as a loving community. As a community themselves, they are like super loyal to each other. They love everything, and they're like the hippies in the hippies in the 60s. Love and peace.
Yep.
Well, apparently fucking not. Because two transgender people went to do a hookup, one got pissed and fucking murdered her. Doesn't make any sense. Just, again, be careful who you're pumping drinks at a bar. Keep an eye out.
Be careful who you're pumping into.
Right. And if you happen to come across a double chinner, have them lifted up before you leave the bar.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, this resulted in anger and outrage from the many who believe that this crime was committed with the bias that resulted entirely because of Tom's gender identity and status as a sex worker.
Yep.
Not true. I mean,
kind of.
Sort of. But not to the extent where...
Like, it's not like a big
I don't think it...
aspect of it.
I kind of relate to the fact that it can't be a hate crime, and him and I were talking about this earlier, just because they were both transgender.
Yeah.
But of course, everybody's going to say, oh my God, a transgender woman was murdered. It had to have been a hate crime. I mean, that's like saying saying that basically saying that, oh, it's this black person's fault that I lost the 100-meter dash.
Yep.
Like,
just because black people are fast doesn't mean anything.
Jump higher.
Yep.
Run faster.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, I mean, that's, I'm not going to sit there and freaking go pump drinks into the fucking guy and say, hey, nice race, we want to go fuck, and then strangle him to death.
Yeah.
That'd be a hate crime.
Very.
As I said in the last video, I'm straight most of the time. Most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
98.
97.
97%.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. Sort of. Some people are into that.
Right.
Oh shit. Okay. Patel's defense argued that Patel's encounter with Tom caused her to feel rage, betrayal, and personal violation.
Personal violation?
Of what?
Fuck?
Of what? Whatever. Which ultimately caused her to suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. Really? Do people even know what post-traumatic stress is? So that's the same people that probably say that. I believe, okay, here's my beliefs. Everybody's bipolar on some level.
Yep.
I'm bipolar. It just doesn't show as hardcore as anybody else. Everybody has their own form of bipolar.
Correct.
Post-traumatic stress, it could be a various amount of things. None of which could be a personal violation.
Yeah.
Make you feel rage? Yeah, okay, I could see that. Betrayal, not so much. That's more of a whole different fucking side of things.
Betrayal, how could you not tell that that's a fucking gig?
It's not betrayal.
No.
So his attorney was stupid.
Okay.
Which most defense attorneys are.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some good ones in the past, but we're not talking about me. It's about this. See? That's rage. And post-traumatic stress can come in a whole different variety of things. It could be childhood trauma. It could be domestic violence. It could be warfare. I guess a natural disaster could freak people out. I'm not sure how.
Sexual assault.
Yeah. I mean, that would just go along with the same, yeah, child abuse. Yeah, there's traffic collision? Really? Come on. Because your paint got scratched? Now you're like sitting there in the fucking corner like, come on. They make pills.
The actual definition does say traffic collision has a PTSD.
Yeah, here, I'll even read it to you. So it says PTSD is a mental and behavioral disorder that develops from experiencing a traumatic event, such as sexual assault, domestic violence, child abuse, warfare, and its associated traumas. So these ones are kind of on a lower spectrum of it. Would be natural disaster, traffic collision, or other threats on a person's life or well-being. Okay.
You run a red light, you go into a mental institution, like...
Oh, yeah, I'd check yourself in. They'll give you all the meds you want. They'll keep you sedated for a while. The defense also stated that Patel had been sexually assaulted during her sentences over the past 14 years in different U.S. jails.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Was a broomstick involved?
why wouldn't you use broomstick? Like, number one choice.
Oh, yeah. Broomstick or fist.
You might want to...
That's a rough ride.
I want to get some mayo for that one. They don't sell lube in jail, just so you know.
And they don't sell fucking...
You might want to practice with a shampoo bottle first.
Yeah.
Because if you're a transgender person in jail, you're probably going to get targeted.
You're going to get fucked.
Literally.
Good luck.
for a ramen and a Hotchkiss cupcake.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucked, literally. So yeah, no, you can't use the whole I was sexually assaulted in jail. That's partially what caused my PTSD.
Just because
Yeah.
you have a scar that shows somewhat of a fucking...
Yeah, just like, basically it was like a scar, and then she
Yeah.
had her fake ass fucking pussy put in.
Yeah. Like, that's PTSD?
No.
Yeah.
Those chins, that gives me PTSD. That fucking face gave me PTSD.
God damn.
Freaked me the fuck out.
Worse than Titty Man.
It's still creeping me out. I'm a little shaky. I'm like a chihuahua. All right. Which explained her raging reaction to Tom. No.
Bullshit.
You chose to strangle that person.
Whether it be sexually turned to rage or rage turned to pleasure, I don't know.
Rage turned to...
Fucking something.
It just... Fucking Pepe Le Pew just needed to freaking chill out for a second. It is not that difficult. I don't care what fucking issues you got going on upstairs. If you're a couple crayons short of a fucking box, whatever. Like, you can distinguish the difference between right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You learn that shit when you're like fucking 5.
4. Like 4 or 3.
Yeah. Like my parents, I'd keep reaching for the fucking stove. Don't touch that, it's hot. Don't touch that, it's hot.
You're gonna touch it anyway?
And then by the 3rd time, they didn't say anything. And I touched it. And I've never touched a fucking hot stove since. And I'm 42 fucking years old. You learn your lesson. So you know the difference between right and wrong. And some people take the fucking low road and say, I think it would just be faster and easier to just strangle and kill this person instead of saying, yeah, I'm not into this and I'm going to take off.
Yeah.
Walk away, man. It's too late now. I hope they fry you, but...
Yeah.
Okay, Patel's defense issued a plea bargain for her charge to be dropped from second-degree murder down to manslaughter. No. Don't do that. For one, you left it in your goddamn closet for 3 days. And I didn't mean to say it. Her in your closet for 3 days.
Whatever they may be.
Whatever they may be. Giraffes. Whatever. It's not manslaughter at that point. You're sitting there hiding a body, trying to figure out what to do with it. Manslaughter would be like, oh, I choked too hard and this person died. And called the cops right away, said, hey, we were having a little fun, got out of hand.
Oh, yeah.
That's manslaughter.
Yep.
First degree or second degree murder probably should have been first because you, for one, tampered with evidence by moving the body.
Yep.
And then left it there as if it was trash. That is pretty much along the lines of premeditation.
Yeah. Premeditated.
Let's see. This request was approved, and Pepe Le Pew was sentenced to a total of 9 years.
That's fucking bullshit.
Wait,
Okay.
So you're telling me I could go fucking strangle somebody and only get 9 years? As long as they're not... As long as they're straight men?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, they have to be transgender, though.
No, so would I.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd have to be a straight man.
Yeah,
I'd have
yeah.
to go fucking... I'd have to Dahmer his ass or some shit. Maybe I only get 9 years. Whatever.
Anyway.
Anywho, back to Neverland Ranch. Thanks, Michael Jackson, for ruining my childhood. This request was approved. 9 years in prison. However, in 2009, after a total of 4 years of jail time, Patel was released from jail and relocated to a halfway house after she was granted double time credit for the time she previously served in jail following Tom's murder.
Awesome.
Really? Wow. This just keeps getting better and better. Patel was later taken back into police custody after failing to return to the halfway house before curfew. Probably trying to find that other transgender person in the fucking club.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Police suspect Patel was on the downtown east side around other sex workers. Didn't see that one coming.
Nope.
Jesus. All right. And to conclude this very crazy story, I think the last part really threw me for a loop, that you only get 9 years.
And he got released in 4.
And you got released in 4 for a legit premeditated murder.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a fucking banger.
Now, what's really funny, I want to see, they're not going to show us, of course, but what name do you guys suppose they put on the headstone for Tom? So to conclude.
I bet you I can find it.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to look at this up real quick, see if we can find a picture of the headstone and figure it out. No.
I want to find that because that's fucking. That'll be interesting. You think they put all of them on there?
Can you imagine if they put the fucking photo on there?
Oh, dude! Everyone who goes past that fucking headstone, fucking.
They're like, the cemetery's creepy enough, and they put that here.
Oh yeah.
They're like, whoa, wow.
Jesus.
Like it's bad enough to where you can't look away. That's not nearly as creepy.
Oh no. No.
Holy shit. Okay, so to finish it off, we got a remembrance, and that's what brought the whole headstone thing into my head. I would assume they put all 3 names on there.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, maybe. Tom's murder resulted in a great upset for the transgender community and its alliances. Candlelight Vigil was held in Tom's honor in Vancouver in June of 2013.
Wow.
Jesus. So, moral of the story, again, pay attention.
Don't be in the east side.
Don't go anywhere where there's a side at the end of the fucking name. And don't go to a fucking Travelodge or a Motel 6. Or Motel, whatever it is. Motel 8 or Motel 6, I don't remember.
Whatever.
The one at the end of...
Yeah.
You can definitely tell... I don't know. The moral of the story is just be careful. And I hope this brought awareness to...
Strangulation.
To strangulation. I mean, be careful how much pressure you put.
It may be kinky, but don't go too hard.
Yeah, careful how much pressure you put on there. So yeah.
They may be into it until they're not breathing.
Yeah, they turn blue. That's probably a bad sign.
Yeah.
Might want to release the pressure a bit. But yeah, we're going to continue doing some research and try to find you guys...
Another fucking banger.
This one was pretty rough because, like I said, the name being 3 first names. That's all I had to read, and I was like, "We're doing this.
Oh yeah,
we'll figure it out." So again, you guys be safe, be well, and
Thank you guys.
we'll catch you at the next one.